Become an accountant? Save the world. That's not an exaggeration. Criminologists classify most crimes into two categories, passion and greed, and crimes of greed always lead the list. Likewise, the greatest political upheavals in the world, from the fall of the Roman Empire to the French Revolution, were rooted in monetary manipulations. We need good accountants to thwart these frauds. So, what makes a good accountant? Character plus competence. Theodore Roosevelt put it succinctly, "To educate a person in the mind, but not in morals, is to educate a menace to society." Many schools excel at competency, but how do you teach character? Socrates taught, "To know the good is to do the good." The challenge is finding the moral courage to do the right thing when it costs you your dream, your job, or your life. Consider Daniel, my favorite accountant in the Bible. You may know him as a prophet, wise man, or dream interpreter, but Daniel served chiefly as an accountant, responsible for all of the king's assets. In fact, being a good accountant is what got him thrown into the lion's den. Don't beat yourself up if you miss this. Most people do. They think Daniel was chucked to the big cats because he prayed. True enough, but that was just a technicality, a means to an end. Daniel had so distinguished himself that King Darius of the Medes and Persians planned to promote him over the whole kingdom. In the political intrigue that followed, Darius' demoted officials went looking for dirt on Daniel to oust him. Much to their disappointment, they couldn't find any, because Daniel was trustworthy and neither corrupt nor negligent. He had character and competence. Stymied, they convinced King Darius to pass a law banning prayer to any man or god but him, then caught Daniel doing what he always did, praying to God. So in truth, they threw Daniel into the lion's den because he was a good accountant. Examining Daniel's life reveals two keys to obtaining the moral courage we need to do the right thing, regardless of the circumstances. First, Daniel found his courage in a right understanding of the sovereignty of God. He understood that even in an unjust world, God remains just. Such knowledge allowed Daniel to do the right thing, even if it cost him his life. Second, Daniel chose like-minded friends. 3 of them famously stood up to King Nebuchadnezzar, ruler of Babylon, refusing to bow down and worship his image, even at the threat of being thrown into a blazing furnace. When the enraged king offered them a second chance to do the wrong thing, they responded, "Our God is able to save us. But even if he doesn't, we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up." In both cases, when the kings saw the power of God to save, they changed their edict from "worship me only" to "worship Daniel's God only." That's how God used one good accountant to save the world twice.
John Thornton is professor and chair of accounting ethics at Azusa Pacific University's Leung School of Accounting, where Christian character meets competence. Check out his latest book, Jesus' Terrible Financial Advice, from Moody Publishers at gettingrichright.com.